What's going on, Gato Squad? Welcome back to another live session. It's a rainy day. We're not in Pennsylvania right now. We're in Mother's Day in New York, in my sister and brother-in-law's house. They own a Porsche. I don't know where it is right now. Must be inside the garage. Hey Ryan, how's it going? How's it going, guys? So we're using the Wi-Fi right now. I don't know if it's gonna cut out as we head to the car. That's where Jane is, but we shall see. Happy Mother's Day. That's right. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. What up, C-Sig? So we got Ryan, C-Sig, Brian, NL2, Ojas. How's it going? Of course I remember. I know how to pronounce your name. Or am I pronouncing it wrong again? Ojas or Ojas? Let me know. So yeah, we got some, we got Shades Wade here, of course. Yeah, we got a lot of cars here right now. We have a lot of family. ¿Sí abro ahí? Sí. What's up, Sky Ghost? Ojas. All right, Ojas. Jane's waiting for me in the Beamer, but I want to show you guys my brother-in-law's Porsche. You guys have probably seen this before. His Carrera S. He's thinking about taking it to a track day. See if he can beat the Type R.
I did the brake.
Oh, he did the brake fluid change.
Yeah.
Say hello, Alain.
Hi.
He's the guy that owns this beautiful Porsche here. Привет. The Type R is not here, Ryan. Took that picture. Well, that picture was taken in Pocono. But right here, finally I see the Porsche inside the garage where it belongs. What do you guys think about this Porsche here? It's convertible. I've driven it, but I have to do a full review of it once it warms up and stops raining so much. But yeah, we have we drove over to. Oh, we have a Beamer coming in. Hold on. Brand new. What is a 3 Series Grand Coupe? Not a Grand Coupe, just a coupe. Nice. All right, let's go in the car here. Say hello to everybody. Go through some announcements. Hello, Jane.
Hello.
Much better.
You can come in. There.
I think it must be too narrow. Alrighty, so some announcements, and as usual, we have a lot of things planned, a lot of things happening, and so the Prelude project, unfortunately, has been so delayed because of
Quality's dropping.
Quality's dropping is because I'm too far away from the Wi-Fi.
You want to pull up a little more?
Yeah, I'll pull up a little more. We'll turn on the Beamer. Here, hold on to this.
No, can't fit through there. Okay, should we just do it in front then?
We definitely can't fit through there. We'll just do it outside, maybe. How's the quality, guys? What's up, Bedge?
Much potato quality.
Much potato quality. Oh, that's not good.
Alright, we'll just do it in
We'll do it outside.
the front. Potato quality.
Potato quality. How about now? Is this potato quality still? It's a little drizzly. I love the way the 335D looks, by the way. I like my new wheels. What do you guys think of the new wheels? Let me know. Yeah, just leave it out here. All right. So, as I was saying, announcements. So, the Prelude project has been delayed, unfortunately. We have a lot of things happening. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it to the first race, which is unfortunate. It's Russian quality.
It's Russian quality. Close the door.
Yeah. How about now, guys?
Better now.
Much better?
Yeah, quality improvement.
There we go. So yeah, we're not on home base, but I don't want to miss my live at 5 as usual. So yeah, back to the prelude. We are delayed. I may miss the first race at the end of May. I'm trying not to. I have a lot of work to do to it, and I'm basically as delayed as I can be right now. About a month behind, unfortunately. The second thing is the Type R did really well at that race, but I will be having to upgrade the heating issues. So as you guys saw in that video, a lot of heating issues happening with the Type R. I'm not sure exactly what will fix it. I think an intercooler will definitely help, but we'll see how that goes. And in terms of the 335D, I have a lot of maintenance planned for that car right there. It's about to hit 100,000 miles, so oil change, brake fluid change, brake pad change. We changed the wheels and tires already. We need a fuel filter and a bunch of other stuff. So that's coming up soon as well. And that's about it for the announcements. And let's see what the comments are saying.
We have SkyGo says, I have a 2018 Accord 2.0T with a FlyinGato tune. I want to race a Type R.
Want to race my Type R? If you're in the area, let's do it. Absolutely, why not?
Good luck with all the projects, says Ojas.
A lot of projects. No, it's pronounced Ojas.
Ojas.
No,
he said.
Ojas.
No, you got it wrong last time, remember?
Is it Ojas or Ojas?
Ojas.
All right, all right.
It's pronounced with a J, he said.
Okay, Ojas. Sorry about
Ojas.
that. Sorry about that. I remember you.
From last week,
That's
you
right.
kept saying...
Kept saying it wrong.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's saying it now.
Ojas, no more J. Exactly.
People are telling me that's right. But yeah, so there we go.
Ojas.
Ojas.
With a J.
Ojas with a J. I'm having trouble with that. Is it a Greek name?
It looks Greek.
It must be Greek.
In Spanish, you pronounce it with H, right?
That's right. So in case you guys missed it, the Type R with the Hoosiers, I'm beyond impressed with how it did. Oh, it's Indian, Ojas.
Brian says that's why Ting is so good with comments.
She's so much better than me at
Razor
comments.
sharp memory.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an Indian name. Okay, Ojas.
Yeah. So anyway, the Hoosier tires on my Type R did really well. I'm so glad I got them, and they're actually used. So I got them used from eBay, and I slapped them on the car, and my God, if you guys haven't seen it, go watch the Type R at Pocono. It did insanely well, and I can't wait to do a lot more in it.
SkyGo says, I live in Florida, not sure where your area is. We live in Pennsylvania. So his 2.0T Honda Accord with Honda attitude that he
Florida.
wants to race your Type R.
A little far.
You would have to drive down to Florida
That's
to
right.
race him. And Danielle says, well, he asked, how old are you? You don't have to answer if you don't want, but guess how old I am. I am much older than you.
So I'm actually 31. I look a little younger probably, maybe, hopefully. But, but I'm 31 years old. A little bit old. I wish I was younger, of course, but I'm not. It is what it is. How old are you, Danielle? I'm having trouble with names. I literally did not
remember names.
I didn't eat all day until now, so my body's just recovering, right? Recharging. So yeah, I think you're 36. I'm gonna guess. Danielle, what do you think?
He said he's much older than you.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't seem that much older than me.
According to his Instagram, he looks around like maybe mid late 30s.
So 36. I think 36. Let me know. Let me know how old you are.
Brian says I'm gonna guess 45.
That's a good age.
Don't take offense.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, let me show you the lineup of the cars we have here.
The family car.
So we have an old RAV4. We have a BMW X5. That's a 4-liter V8 in there. We got a Mercedes, I believe M-Class. Another RAV4, a CRV, another M-Class Mercedes. We got a Kia Sportage SUV. Behind that was that 3 Series BMW, brand new. And there's an Altima back there as well. Another CRV. And then we got the Tahoe over there with our BMW 335D and the Honda Pilot right there. And there's an Acura RDX and an Acura MDX over there with a Porsche as well in the garage.
So Danielle says, you look really young. I am 47. Wow. You don't look 47 at all.
That's a legacy. Wow, 47.
Yeah. Shades Way says 38. Brian says I was close. I'm 43.
Wow, I didn't know he was 47. I guess 47 is young these days.
Yeah, for guys, it's really young.
Yeah.
My Tevo says Hallie from
What's up?
OZ. What's OZ again?
The OZ. Isn't that in
Country?
Yeah. The Oz. I forget what. New Zealand.
New Zealand. Damn, I missed the start.
It's all good. We love our Kiwis.
Danielle says, so nice cars.
Oh, OZ is Australia.
Oh, really?
I thought OZ was New Zealand.
Well,
I mean-
because you're thinking of the movie, The Wizard of Oz.
Maybe. We've been to Australia. We love it.
He's crying.
I know.
laughing.
We're hilarious right now.
We're both like.
We're both loopy from not eating all day. We literally did not eat all
It's
day.
5 p.m. and we just ate.
NZ is
New Zealand.
OZ, I guess, is Australia. I didn't know that.
What does it stand for?
Yeah, what does OZ stand for?
What does OZ stand for?
What else is going on? Oh, well, I'm gonna do a whole like post-track day review of the Type R.
Your analysis.
My analysis and everything, but the brake pads on the Type R, I have cheap, crappy brake pads in the back, and I have I have a stock brake pads in the front, which worked really, really well, and I had no trouble braking. There was one time where I think because the rears were not as good, the ABS system kicked in pretty hardcore because it was panicking because it thought we lost braking power. But after that one time, it did pretty well. So, again, like, I'm pretty sure now that the Type R has gained a permanent spot in my garage. You know, like, in the beginning of the year, I was actually thinking about selling it or trading it in for a Corvette or, you know, something more exotic.
Yeah, you were thinking about all the options.
Yeah, like a GT350. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I was thinking about that. But after
The transmission fix.
well, after the transmission got fixed, after the K-Tuner Stage 1 tune with that stepped Stage 1 tune where comfort mode is stage, factory tune, and sport mode is stage 0, and stage 1 is R plus R. I love that thing. So it's completely transformed my Type R. I completely love my Type R now. So there's no way I'm getting rid of it. I'm actually thinking about taking it racing. So I spoke to Tomo Racing. I don't know if you guys don't know who Tomo Racing is. He's the guy that races that Civic Si at the Pirelli World Challenge Championship. He has a Civic Si that he goes out and races and things like that. Tomo Racing, look him up on Instagram. So he was at the track night, and I spoke to him about what I should be doing in terms of my racing career. And he says, well, I'm off to a good start. He got started by autocross, but he says I should look at time trials. So I've started to look at time trials to enter the Type R in. So I'm going to put a roll cage in the Type R, maybe not this year, probably next year. But I'm trying to see what races I can do this year that don't require roll cages, so I can enter the Type R and completely kill it with the Type R. Because no one's doing a Type R racing yet. I would love to get in it and actually do it. What do you guys think about that? Let me know what you guys think in the comments here. Interesting to know.
So my Tevo says it's Aussie. OZ stands for Aussie.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, Australia, you know we love our slang.
That's right.
Danielle says, well, in Russia, the average lifetime of a man is 61 years old. So I am pretty old in Russia.
Oh no.
Really? Lifespan is still that short?
Well, because it's considered, because there's a lot of dangerous jobs in Russia, and most of the dangerous jobs are done by men, and there's a lot of death. The death rate in young men in Russia is unfortunately very high, and that's why the age expectancy for men is so low in Russia.
Kim Perez says, getting my black Type R next week.
Sweet. Congrats.
The 2018 Type R.
That's right.
So we have Winking on. Winking says, yo.
What's up, Winking?
And Shay's Way says, what up, Wing? And then Brian says, hey, Wing. So what has Winking been up to? Is he still working on the powder coating?
Yeah, you're still working overnights? What are you up to, Winking?
Oh, and then Shay's Way did his the dashboard, I think, the front dash for his car.
Oh, I missed that. I haven't had any time the last week and a half to do anything. I've literally been
He posted today.
Oh, he did?
I saw it right before.
I drove an hour and a half to get here. I missed it all.
Danielle says there's Mother's Day in America. Yes, today is Mother's Day.
Today is Mother's Day.
Today is Mother's Day.
She says she's not a mother yet, but.
So too bad. I don't. It's not my holiday.
It's not
yet.
her holiday yet.
Brian says yes. C6 says, FlyinGato, have you thought of trying to get affiliate links with businesses such as K-Tuner, with performance shops to give to us so we can get discounts? Oh, like discount codes for you know, Gato Squad discount codes. That's
a great idea. I've actually thought about that, but I really, for me to, endorse anything or recommend anything to you guys, I really have to test it for a long time. I'm very particular about what I say is good and what I say is not good. So
Because you have to live with your conscience.
right, because
recommending stuff.
if I recommend something that's crap to you guys, and you know, I saw 1,000 people buy it because of me, I would feel pretty bad about that for quite a long time. So I try not to endorse too many things unless I know for a fact it's really good. But you're right, I should have affiliate stuff to give you guys coupons.
Discounts, yeah.
Right, because I would love to give you guys discounts.
Discount codes.
I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can set something up with maybe K-Tuner.
Yeah, you
I trust
can use
K-Tuner.
them.
Yeah, I trust K-Tuner a lot. I'm talking to Mishimoto. I'm talking to PRL Motorsports. I've talked to a lot of people, but it's tough for me to trust people, first of all, and second, it's tough for me to recommend things to people because, you know, I'm very particular. But that's a good idea, C-Sig. I'll definitely look into that. I just have to think about what I would do and how I'll do it. Like, for example, like when I do mechanic work and things like that, these are when I say link in the description, these are products I've used and I love, or you see me use it and I test it, and you know they could
They
be
work.
right. They work. They could be $10. So like if 100 people buy a $10 thing and they don't really, and half of them don't really like it, you're only spending $10. But when you start getting into like the intercoolers, like the K-Tuner, for example,
More
like
expensive stuff.
it's like
right?
$900. So, you know, that's a lot of responsibility, right? So, you know, I'll definitely get into that. And as I grow subscribers, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm at almost 9,200 subscribers, which is thanks to you guys, obviously. So we're almost hitting 10,000. I think we're gonna do a giveaway
At 10,000?
at 10,000. I'm still thinking about it. It's a lot of work for me to do a giveaway again, because if I'm giving something away, it has to be worthwhile for you guys to actually even think about it. And yeah, but we're almost hitting 10,000. Very exciting for me and Jane. So we're very excited about that. I know I've been really busy the last 2 weeks, and it's just been like a blur. But every once in a while, you do have to slow down and say thank you to you guys, and just realize that, you know,
Thanks for the support.
we're pretty. I guess the word is.
Humble.
We're pretty blessed, maybe. We're pretty, I don't know. We're pretty blessed to have you guys and have your support. Because without you, I wouldn't be here right now, right? So thank you guys for all that stuff.
Skygo says, how come you don't have more mods done to the Type R?
So the reason I don't have that many mods on Type R yet is because, first of all, it's a new platform, so not that much is out, and whatever is out is brand new. And before I put something on my car, I need to know it's gonna work. So I do contact companies and ask them tons of questions. They're not always very responsive, and if they're not responsive to my questions, then I don't want to get it from them. So like, say for example, a year ago I would email K-Tuner and they wouldn't respond to me, then I wouldn't have gotten a K-Tuner, because I need a responsive company. You know, a company is just a collection of people, and if they don't have a good customer service, it means that the people that are running the company don't care about the customer that much. They just care more about the profits, or they care more about, you know, whatever they're thinking about, or whatever the case may be. And it's just not my biggest one of my biggest pet peeves is that when companies don't really respond to me. So that's happened a lot with a lot of performance products for the Type R, and even the ones that do respond to me, they don't always have the answers, because, you know, testing can take a long time. For example, the Mishimoto intercooler, I hear good things, but I really don't know how good it's gonna be.
Oh, hello.
That's a fellow Pennsylvanian.
Yeah.
I got it. Don't worry.
So you like it over there?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's why I haven't modded it that much, and I do a lot of research before I put anything on my car. For sure, an intercooler is coming to the Type R, 100%, like no doubt about it.
Track days proved it.
The track day proved the Type R needs it. Even without a tune, the Type R needs better cooling. So I was talking also to Tomo Racing and about the grill that you could put on the front instead of the bar. You could put a grill. It's kind of ugly, but it helps with the cooling. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. But that's basically what's keeping me from upgrading the Type R.
Shade says, yup, new Pioneer ICD double DIN unit up and running.
We have some people coming in.
Hi.
So what's the next comment?
Did you hear what I said about Shades?
No, what did Shades say?
It's a new Pioneer ICD double DIN unit.
Sweet. Yeah, he told me about it. We talked about it. Yeah. So on his live stream, we talked about it. So Shades, I gotta check out that video. But I've always been interested in those type of screens.
Winky says yes, new project will be finished this week.
What are you working on, Wicken? What project is that? What are you powder coating?
He said videos coming soon. Brian says baby gatos, LL gatitos.
Yes.
Coming soon.
In the works. In a few years.
Brian says, did you find better pads for the rear yet?
No. Well, yes. I did find better pads for the rear. I have to order them. So I'm gonna try out next. There's a little teaser for you guys. For the guys that join in and watch the live stream, there's always little teasers in these videos. So I'm gonna be ordering StopTech sport pads for the front. Because I mean, I'll review all the things that I have, but the brake pads that I bought, the Duralast Max pads that I bought from AutoZone, unsurprisingly, were not very good at repeated stopping. They're very good on the street. They make no noise. They bite very well. The initial bite is very good, but it's.
So you would recommend those who complain about.
Right, for example, for Throb Nation, if he's on, I recommend the Duralast Max from AutoZone. They're very cheap, like 50 bucks, and they make like no noise. They're very gentle on the rotors, so the rotors will last a lot longer. And it's just a lot better for those that daily drive their Type Rs. But I'm going to be trying the StopTech Sports, as well as I'm going to get some Hawk brake pads for the rear. Although the rear doesn't really matter that much from what I've seen. I have really, really cheap rear pads on right now, and yeah, they kind of melt off, and they don't really do much back there, but like the 90% of the braking is done in the front, so I'm not that worried about it.
Alex Ferguson says, quick question. I have a 2017 Civic hatch running K-Tuner Stage 2. If I go with a PRL CIA, do I need to reflash my tune?
No, no, you don't have to reflash it. So let's go over the tune stuff right now. So if you go to Stage 1 K-Tuner tune, for example, and you're running it and you change, let's say, an intake, you don't have to reflash your ECU, but it is recommended you get a custom tune. I would wait until you finish all your modifications before you get a custom tune, because everything you change on your car will affect your tuning and will affect the way the car reacts to tuning. The reason you don't have to automatically reflash the tune right away is because it's a safer tune. So yeah, you'll increase a little bit the airflow, let's say, but the ECU will automatically you know, change its ways for that. For example, if you get a PRL intercooler without tuning it, you'll see lower pressure from the turbo, and that's because the turbo doesn't need to spool as hard to get colder condenser air into the intake. So one of the things that ECU is very good at is adapting to different things. So at the end of the day, I would wait until you get all your mods done and then get a custom tune.
Brandon asks, yo, how do I get a sticker? I'm in Detroit, Michigan. So
that's Jane's department right there.
Well, the instructions are on the bottom of each video.
Every
right?
video has the instructions at the bottom, yeah.
So if you check on the descriptions of every video, it will show you what you need to do to order a sticker, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oja says, how long do you think the stream will go?
Probably another, let's say, 10 minutes.
Brian says, you both provide the community with excellent car advice. I was like, car service.
Happy we do. But if you want a sticker, I think it's $2 for US and $3 international.
And email real.
It's the PayPal is realflyingato@gmail.com. That's it.
And Brian says, appreciate it. Poi says, do all of the FKAs have the transmission issues?
I wouldn't say all of them, but a lot of them have issues with the transmission. Some people are saying it's the bushing, some people are saying, you know, XYZ, but I'm pretty much certain a lot of it has to do with driving style. and that delay valve in the clutch master cylinder. So if you're driving style, if you drive slower in Type R than most other people, you're not really going to feel any issues. You might feel the transmission's a little notchy, or you might feel sometimes it might be hard to get into first gear. But if you don't drive, let's say for example like I do,
Aggressively.
right, you won't really get a grind. If you see how I drive every car I own, I mean, I don't drive slowly. I like to drive, spiritedly, and I'd like to take it to the track and things like that. So my transmission has to be running 100%, and that's why I needed to do those modifications to my car in order to get it running like I like it. Right now, it's running beautifully. Not one grind, and the
shifting is
buttery smooth. I've 5th to 4th gear, no more lockouts at all. There's no notchiness. It's just a different car now because of that.
Danielle asks, is there a party because so many people? Yeah.
There is a party.
It's a Mother's Day party.
So yeah, all these cars you see are all part of my family.
So they're here for the Mother's Day party.
Yeah, they're all here for Mother's Day.
Tragic 886 says, I run StopTech street pads on my Subaru with Brembles. They're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna do StopTech Sports. If I could turn this camera around, there you go.
Winking says, Jay's racing valve cover and Type R cover plus several cups.
Nice.
He's working on.
All right. I love the cups. I use it all the time. Ask her all the time. When I go, like for example, when I go work on the cars outside, I take my cups with me most of the time. Like on Saturday nights, if we're drinking, whatever we're drinking, since it's double walled and it has a big red H. I mean, I love it. So I put my drinks in there. I love that thing, Winking. Keep it going.
Tragic says, random at Watkins Glen for a track day and we're awesome.
What is it?
The
the StopTech
street pad.
Yeah, I keep hearing really good things about the StopTechs. Yeah, the StopTech brakes. They're inexpensive. Yeah, they're really inexpensive. A lot of people at track days run them, like hard track days. They run these pads. They love the pads. It's gentle on the rotors, which is good. So I'm trying to get a cost-effective but good solution to our Type Rs, right? I don't want to spend $300 for brake pads and replace them once every 4 track days. I have to spend $300 on brake pads. That gets expensive. But if it's $88 or $90 for the set of fronts and you got to replace it once every 3 or 4 track days, that's not a big deal. That's not bad. So, I've already upgraded the brake fluid. I'll do a flush again. I'll make a video on that, of course. And again, I love the brake fluid I'm running. It's changed the way the brakes feel. So I'll do a review on that as well. But yeah, I'll definitely try the StopTechs.
Winking says, motor mounts as well, Ringo Black.
Nice. So it sounds like the powder coating industry is doing pretty well right now.
Shade says, hopefully my cup is in there, Wing. Danielle says, 5 days ago here was the Russian Victory Day. So the Russian Army Parade was in Moscow. And here in Vorontsov was NATO Army Parade too.
Cool.
Even this is only 130 people village. Whoa!
Wow.
There's only 130 people living in that
And they
town?
still had a military parade. Did you guys have any of the World War II tanks? Like the Su-85 or the Su-185 or the, what is it? Oh my God. I love tanks. So what other tanks do they have? I forget their names now. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've looked into tanks. Yeah.
Winking says, yep, it is Shades, so his cup is in there.
Nice.
Shade says, oh yeah, King Willie coming through.
That's right.
Winking says, LL. Tragic says, yeah, that's exactly why I went with StopTech Street, mainly for cost-effective pads.
Got a nice Legacy coming around.
Nah.
Yeah, I can't wait to try the StopTechs. I've been kind of holding off. I've been trying different ones that I can get locally. And now I'm going to go over to StopTech and then maybe over to Hawk if I have to. But they're expensive.
Danielle says, my Maz in Russian litters, it's MA3. It has the worst transmission. You really have to have power to put the gear in.
So you really got to force it in. Yeah.
And it's 18 gear.
It's a truck. Well, it's a truck transmission, of course. Yeah, you expect it to be like that.
Brian says, waiting till you clean up the headlights on the Prelude.
That's right.
Get stuck on the back burner.
I bought the thing to clean the headlights. I'm gonna do it on the S2000 and the Prelude and the WRX. I just haven't had the time. And
But
I mean,
you gotta focus on what's important.
and like
first.
and the rain, it just doesn't stop. It hasn't stopped raining for like I feel like a year. Like every time I want to go outside and do something, I can't
It's always
because it's
raining.
raining. So I definitely need to build a garage. That's also on the back burner. So many things I gotta do, and it feels like, you know.
And also you gotta work on the actual stuff for
Right.
the races
So I gotta-
before headlights.
Exactly. So I gotta work. So whenever I do a track day for the Type R, like you guys want to see, I gotta work on the Type R. I gotta change the wheels. I gotta mount the tires. I gotta change the brakes.
Oils.
Change the oil. I gotta change the brake fluid. All this other stuff I gotta do in the background. You guys don't really see because how many oil changes do you guys want to see, right? how many brake pad changes do you guys want to see? So. You know, it's stuff in the background I gotta do, and it's raining, and it's whatever, and the pollen and allergies. I know it feels like I'm making excuses, but I'm just being honest with you guys.
Shade says Panzer boy.
Panzer.
Panzer boy.
He likes the German tanks. I like the German tanks too. I like the Tiger 2s, the Jag Tiger. My favorite tank is the Jag Tiger. Giant.
Winking says my dad was a tank operator in the army. Cool.
All right.
My TiVo says I was going to ask you in PM in private message, but what are your thoughts on running the track with all assists on? I didn't run with them on yesterday and was reading an article that the assists should be better.
So he's talking about traction control. That's actually a good topic of conversation.
And he said he'll send the article in private message.
I might have to do a video on that when I get the time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like the traction control,
Okay.
things like that, and
Does it help with track days?
it definitely does. It depends on what kind of traction control you have. So the Type R traction control is actually really good. Every time I go out, especially when it's cold out and I have crappy tires, or when I have the Hoosiers and things like that, I always run with the traction control on the first lap. Because it kind of, you know, the reason I do it is because when the back end slides out, yeah, I can catch it, but I want the brakes to actually catch it for me, so I can warm up the rear tires faster. So it's getting stepped in line better, and the rear tires get warmed up faster because of the assists. Now, as soon as my first lap is over, I don't know if you guys have seen me, but I go over and I turn off the traction control. I hold on to it for 10 seconds and I turn it all off, just for kind of, I wanted to see,
Comparison.
right? I want to see how the car does, right? And I want to see how I do, and I don't want any assist. But the assist these days, especially for the Type R and the 10th Gen Civics overall, were done very, very well. They're not very intrusive. They don't cut power like most other traction controls do. They actually help you in the traction system. And a lot of the new traction controls actually, they don't have limited slip differentials, but they have an electronic limited slip differential where they actually electronically, the traction control breaks one side of the wheel or the other. And it actually is a kind of like a false LSD, but it works pretty well. The Civic hatchback Sport that I used to have had that system, and if I turned off traction control, I would turn that system off, so I would lose that benefit. So I would say, you know, if you have a Type R, you don't really have to have the traction control on to really have fun and have the limited slip differential. But if you have like let's say a sport hatch or something like that, I would leave it on because it's really not intrusive, and it helps you with the left and right side braking. It's really good.
He says, yeah, makes sense. I'm like you, I like the raw feel, but for times, I think I'll run with it on next time. Oops, sorry.
What?
Hi. Hi.
That's my sister.
Welcome.
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you.
This is her house, so her house, her rules.
So, okay, Shade says, I want to see every oil change.
No, man, it's too many. And you know what? I'll do an oil change for the Beamer. I'll do an oil change for the WRX. I'll do an oil change for the Prelude. I'll do an oil change for the Type R again.
But one per car, not every single time.
Right.
Brian says, LL Shades. Danielle says, we had their 2 T90 tank and
The T90s, I like the T90s.
and 3 old Sylvia track army trucks and warmer army trucks. Cool.
I know the T90s.
And he says, Sylvie people uses the army trucks.
Say have a safe drive. That's my little brother.
Bye.
My little brother and his girlfriend walking by. He's the owner of that CRV. You guys want to see a review of that CRV? I could always do it whenever I want. I love that thing. But I don't know how many people are going to watch a review of a CRV. So that's why I haven't done it. It's a good car. Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, T90 tank. Love that tank.
Danielle also says civil people uses the army trucks too, but when the army needs them, they take the trucks back. And if they would need my trucks too, they would just take them.
That's not good. So when the military runs your country, basically, that's what you're saying.
They will just take
So like the U.S. military can't just come to my house and take my stuff.
Yeah.
That's a big no. What's going on there? You opening the door?
Yes. David says, hello, I don't get to see many live streams, but hi.
Thanks for joining in.
My Chivo says, our cars are pretty smart these days.
Yes, they are. They're really good. Like if, for example, the BMW, so I'll turn it around here. That BMW right there, that traction control is the worst. It'll just cut timing forever. And while the ABS system is really good, it'll actually break individual tires, individual wheels in case it's kind of getting out of the way. If it's accelerating, it'll just cut power, and it's awful. So if I were to take this to the track, you have to turn traction control off. But the newer cars, I wouldn't worry about that. They're really good with the traction control.
Adam says, hey man, love your videos. How low is the tie bar, and how is it, for example, in tight spaces like parking and so on?
So the tie bar is not that low, but it's low enough where you got to be careful, especially with that whole like side skirts and the front lip and things like that. In tight places, I do have to be careful because, like I said, like I don't want to hit the curbs. I don't want to hit, you know. At the end of the day, it is a special car. You know, a lot of people. It is a hatchback, but it is a special car, so you can't just throw it anywhere, and you got to be careful with it. You got to be careful where you park with it. So it's a bit more stress-inducing when you're driving around to the parking lot and groceries and things like that. So that's why I actually prefer to drive that car to get groceries, just because that car I could just drive anywhere. It's basically anonymous. There's tons of these around. With the Type R, yeah, you gotta be more careful with like the curbing, and if you're gonna like park fronts, you know, if you're going forward, you gotta leave a lot of room because it is a front-wheel drive, front-engine car, so the front overhang is gigantic. That's my biggest complaint about the Type R, the front overhang. So the area between the front wheels and the front bumper is gigantic. It's like a mile long. When you compare it, it's because it's front-wheel drive.
Okay.
When you compare it to the Beamer, that front wheel is basically right at the end of the front of the car. You maybe have a foot. The Type R is like double what that is.
Length, right?
Right, and that's because this is a rear-wheel drive car, and the Type R is a front-wheel drive car, so everything's happening in the front.
Makes sense.
But anyway, that's, you know, it is what it is.
Winking says, I will watch, I own a CRV.
Nice.
Oja says, why do you love tanks?
I like it.
History.
I like history. I like anything mechanical. I've always wanted to own a tank, so yeah. Well, I like tanks.
Brian says, I was looking at HRVs today.
I don't like the HRV. Get the CRV. Might as well.
Shade says, wow, that's some serious martial law.
Yeah, the Russian thing. Yeah.
I know.
It's crazy.
My Tabo says, yeah, and that's what I was afraid of in the Type R, but this article makes me think different.
I have to read the article. I have to read the article. With the Type R, with the traction control on, you really don't notice it's there. It's really not bad at all. And for a beginner driver, having it on would help you because when you're beginning to learn how to drive on the track, you're more susceptible to making big mistakes that'll basically throw you against the wall, and you don't want to be losing your car. So leaving it on will help you. Leaving on the traction control on Type R, it only intervenes when it's catastrophic and you're about to crash against the wall or something. It'll actually intervene and help and save you. So yeah.
Daniel says, but Russia and USA is really different countries. Here, if I would say Vladimir Putin is bad president, I may go to jail because of that.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, and Shades Way says, true story, much less freedom of speech.
That's insane. I couldn't live in a country like that. I'd be in jail. I'm very vocal about everything.
You will be in jail every day of your life.
Yeah, basically. I couldn't live in a country like that. That's unfortunate.
Winking says, peace guys, heading into work.
See you, Corey. Thanks for joining in.
Brian says later, and then Shades says later, King Willie.
King Willie.
Why is he called King Willie?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Why is winking King Willie, Shades? And that is it.
That's it for the comments. Let's wait for Shade's answer.
Winking says LOL. We still don't have an answer, Shades.
We don't have an answer, Shades. Why is it King Willie?
Type faster. Shades says, haha, Elias, better hope Russia doesn't prosecute for front-wheel drive drag racing.
That's
LOL.
pretty funny.
My Tavo says, thanks again for the stream.
Every Sunday live at 5. I won't miss it, even if I'm in, you know, not my house. So
Random places.
I'll ask Wink King next time I see him on your live stream, Shades.
King Willie. Oh, okay.
Oh,
it's
his old
YouTube name.
Now we got it.
Gotcha.
All right, guys.
All right.
Well, that wraps it up.
Yep.
Thanks for joining up, Jane.
Yep.
We literally just ate and jumped on the live stream.
Brian says enjoy the rest of Mother's Day.
Thanks, you guys too. Happy Mother's Day. A lot of videos to come as usual. I don't have to tell you guys about that.
Moms out there.
That's right. And all the hugs from Jane. One last question. Are you thinking about doing an all-wheel drive conversation? Conversion or conversation?
Conversation.
I'll do a conversation. I won't do a conversion, but we'll talk about that. All right, Ojas?
Ojas.
Yes, all right, Ojas.
I'll see you next week.
I'll see you guys later. All right, peace out.